Before I start this video off, I just want to say I apologize for not uploading yesterday. Um, Again, my roommate had to stay in his room or in our room, um, so I couldn't, record without disturbing him. And especially since midterms are coming up, studying and study time is very important. But regardless, let's get into today's topic. So Kanye's new album dropped, Vultures One, and I listened to it. It was really good. I liked a lot of it. My favorite songs being probably Carnival and Vultures, arguably the two most popular out of the album. And they're popular for a reason. But the question we all know Kanye's controversial history or current times because he's still very controversial, but that that put a question in my head. Do we separate art from the artist? And I feel as if this topic ties a lot into philosophy and morals. Hang on, I gotta straighten out my webcam real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm looking good. All right. It ties into morality a lot, which I find very interesting because Kanye has said some pretty anti-Semitic stuff, which is like anti-Jewish. And if you didn't know, by family, I am Jewish. Although I'm not the type to take offense to any jokes, I'm not the type to, find anything he says offensive. But he has said some pretty deplorable shit, saying how like Hitler was right and he's the next Jesus. And for those who don't know, I align myself more with Christianity than I do being Jewish. So because I follow God and I follow Jesus Christ. And someone hearing one of my favorite artists, well, used to be one of my favorite artists, say that he's the next Jesus is pretty interesting. However, however, this album was really, really good. I really liked it. Although there was one thing, every single song was about like sex and women's bodies. And I'm not trying to be Anthony Fantano over here. I'm not trying to, criticize his music because 99% of rap is that. It's either cars, drugs, gun violence, or like having sex. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just every single song had at least one line that had to like that revolves around that. But that's not really an issue to me. The issue is it's not really an issue, it's just a question. Are we willing to take what Kanye has said and what he's done and separate him from the absolute bangers he's made, especially within this new album? Like, of course, there's Graduation, there's A Life of Pablo. Every single one of his albums has been revolutionary, essentially. And they're so damn good. And I cannot get enough of listening to them, especially since this new album has a lot of Cardi, deep voice Cardi. And if you don't know, Playboy Cardi singing his high pitched voice is like, that's pretty good. But deep voice Cardi sounds a lot like Lil Yachty, and I'm a big fan of Lil Yachty, and but an even bigger fan of Playboy Cardi. I'm chilling off. So I think I don't mean to hop on the bandwagon when I say this, but I think we should separate the art from the artist here. Um, Although we should not forget what Kanye has said because it's pretty horrendous. You can find what he said like all across the internet, especially TikTok and Twitter and stuff like that, or X as it's known now, which is completely stupid by the way. Um, but this album really made me question my morals because of that. And that's not to stray away from the fact that a lot of other artists have done the same thing. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of movie directors, a lot of just like content creators in general, artists, not only music, have done some pretty horrendous stuff, but their their production quality and like the stuff they make for the general public to consume is crazy good. Another example of this being the voice actor for Gumball. Now, if you do not know this, my favorite childhood cartoon is a cartoon from Cartoon Network called The Amazing World of Gumball. And Gumball's voice actor, I forget his real name, but this was like half a year ago, 2 year ago now. Yeah, time flies. But it was a video that Dream posted about Dream and I forgot his name, Gumball's voice actor in an Uber, and Gumball's voice actor said some pretty horrendous stuff that I don't agree with, stuff that I would never say. But the stuff that Gumball's voice actor did, which is being a voice actor for Gumball, made my childhood significantly better, and it put a lot of memories in my brain up here, which is again another case of separating art from the artist. Although I don't know how I feel about that when it has to happen. I don't know how it makes me feel when a person, a relatively horrible person, like Kanye, based on what he said, makes something so damn good like his new album. And I'm not the biggest fan of the lyrics, but the beat and the connotation of a lot of his songs in that album are so, so good. So, this is where you, as my audience, come in. What do you think? Do we separate the art from the artist here? Is what Kanye said, for example, is what he said and what he has done and what he has put out there, is that reflective of what you should think as a listener to his music? And another thing is like it's completely strange. This is kind of off topic by the way, but like Kanye's new wife, I don't know her name, but like the album cover for Vultures 1 is really really alarming. Not alarming, it's just weird. Like it's Kanye's wife's just like bare ass on the on the album cover. And it's so funny. I've seen so many jokes people saying like, "Oh yeah, it's just Ty Dolla Sign." That's just how he looks like, but whatever. Also, a quick note, the way my jump cuts work is I have to press control on my keyboard to pause the video, and then I unpause it when I'm ready to talk again. So like if I feel like a cough coming up, I'll just pause it and then I'll play it again. So if my voice gets cut off at any point in time, I've had the coughs recently. It's been my allergies have been catching up to me. So if my voice gets cut off randomly, just know that I had to cough and I have my water bottle over here that I spilt again yesterday. Another thing, I will not be able to upload this weekend or next weekend because this weekend and next weekend, well, next week, February 21st is my birthday, and in 2 days or tomorrow, it's Valentine's Day. So this weekend, I'm going to celebrate Valentine's Day with my lovely girlfriend, and next weekend, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. So I'll be pretty busy, and also I have a massive exam tomorrow on Valentine's Day, and that really determines if I make or break my computer science class. So upload frequency will be a little bit off um, for at least this week. And I'm really sorry about that because I really do enjoy talking in front of a camera. And I really do enjoy the conscious thought that people are hearing my voice and they're seeing my face and they're getting a little bit of insight as to how my brain works and what I think about. And I like that. I really enjoy that. So yeah, future reminder, sorry for the infrequent uploads. I'm going to try and do another video today, but I'm going to go to the library so I can study for my exam. So for now, do we separate art from the artist? Answer that question in my comments.